Ever wonder what the role of the magistrate in Arlington County is? Magistrates are independent judicial officers who work directly for the Supreme Court of Virginia. The principal function of the magistrate is to provide an independent, unbiased review of complaints of criminal conduct brought to the office by law enforcement or the general public.
Well, the magistrate's office is there for the citizens. We listen to complaints from the citizens and law enforcement to establish whether probable cause exists. And if probable cause does exist, then we will issue a warrant. The Virginia Constitution puts a magistrate there to be the trustees of the citizens. We are the people who listens to what's brought before us to see if it should go further or where it should go. And that's there to protect the citizens.
The main role of the magistrate in Arlington County is to be the first point of contact for someone going through the criminal justice system here. We are an independent, unbiased judicial officer. Whenever the police arrest someone, they're going to bring them to the jail. The first judicial officer they're going to meet is the magistrate. The magistrate decides if there is probable cause for the person to have been arrested. That's going to be based upon the testimony of the officer and the facts that are presented. And to also decide if that person is a danger to the community or if there's a concern they won't appear in court, and to set a bond or to hold them without bail, or decide if they can be released on their personal recognizance back into the community until their first court appearance.
A magistrate is involved and can be involved in the process at any point. What that means, of course, is that we often see people at their worst, and we often see things when they're really happening. However, magistrates have so many duties that they can, in fact, intervene or be involved at any stage in the process. If you're posting an appeal, the magistrate's involved. If you're posting your bond, the magistrate's involved. If you're on probation and a case needs to be issued, the magistrate will be involved. So a magistrate can be involved at any stage in the process.
Law enforcement are not the only individuals we encounter. Citizens come into our office all the time to make complaints on criminal matters, to also pay traffic fines, to post bond for family members or other individuals.
Any citizen filing a criminal complaint with the office of the magistrate must do so in writing and under oath. No magistrate may issue an arrest warrant for a felony offense upon the basis of a complaint by a person other than a law enforcement officer or an animal control officer without prior authorization by the attorney for the Commonwealth or by a law enforcement agency having jurisdiction over the alleged offense.
What a magistrate does is determine whether there's enough evidence based on certain findings the statute makes that someone is in the throes of mental illness, they're either incapable of taking care of themselves or they're a danger to themselves or to others. Then a magistrate must make to determine whether or not to hold this person in a hospital pending a hearing before a special justice as to determine their commitment to the mental institution. Someone will bring us that evidence, often someone skilled in the treatment and diagnosis of mental illness from the Community Services Board, because it's someone they've been treating and they know something about it. And they'll come to us with that evidence, and the magistrate will make a decision as to whether or not to commit the person.
A magistrate can issue an emergency custody order, which is an order to have the person brought to a mental health therapist to get an evaluation to determine if the person is a danger to the community or is unable to provide for their basic care. If the magistrate has probable cause to believe that that person suffers from a mental illness and is a danger to the community or to themselves or is unable to provide for their basic care.
There are currently 8 magistrates assigned to Arlington County and the City of Falls Church. All magistrates are appointed and supervised by the Executive Secretary of the Supreme Court of Virginia. We have regional authority, so any magistrate assigned to our region has the same authority in Arlington, Alexandria, Prince William, and Fairfax. We're there 24 hours a day. So when a judicial decision needs to be made in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock in the morning, on the holidays, that's when the magistrate's there to serve the citizens.
Citizens come directly to the magistrate's office. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to make complaints or to get information or to pay traffic fines or to post bond. Some of the rulings or outcomes of a magistrate would include, of course, issuing warrants to have people arrested, issuing search warrants to have persons or properties searched, issuing emergency custody orders and temporary detention orders and emergency protective orders, which are orders banning individuals from having any contact with people in the county.
The Magistrate's office, we have a great working relationship with the police department, the community service boards, and many other agencies. But you have to remember that a magistrate is impartial and unbiased. And where we have a good working relationship with them, they don't dictate what we do. We're independent judicial officers, and we listen to things that are brought to us and to see if probable cause exists or to make the judicial decisions that need to be made. The Magistrate's office is located in the bottom floor of the detention center, which is in Courthouse Plaza. There's a private entrance with a public lobby, and the address is 2020 North 15th Street in Arlington.
All complaints filed with the Magistrate's office must be done so in person and in writing. For more information, visit the county's webpage and search Magistrate.